So Bryant Jennings wins a 12-round split decision over Mike Perez in a WBC eliminator over 12 rounds. The fight started out quite one-sided, actually. Mike Perez was outboxing Bryant Jennings comprehensively, clowning him for the first 5 or 6 rounds. But for some unknown reason, Mike Perez, as many Cuban heavyweights choose to do, he has chosen in his career to get fatter and fatter and fatter as his career has progressed. And he only has himself to blame for this loss right here, because he was the more skilled fighter than Bryant Jennings. Like I say, he was clowning him for the first 5 rounds or so, but he just gassed out. It's as simple as that. He gassed out because he's fat, overweight, conditioning is terrible. And I did a video about Mike Perez when he won Prize Fighter. And I said, I can't remember if I said it in the actual video or in the comment section, but I said that expect Mike Perez to come back after Prize Fighter about 20 pounds heavier. And lo and behold, he came back, because obviously he got, you know, a lump sum of 30 grand or 35 grand for Prize Fighter. He took a few months off, came back fat. And ever since then, he's been getting fatter and fatter and fatter. And he didn't gas out too much in the Abdusalamov fight. I think he was in maybe slightly better condition. But certainly in this fight, he was, I believe, the heaviest of his career, or one of the heaviest weights he's ever weighed in his career. The guy's only 6'1". He came in just way too fat. What is up with these Cuban heavyweights? They're so talented, but they just can't keep themselves out of KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, you name it. They can't keep themselves out of them places. They just, I don't know what it is. It's so frustrating. So many talented Cuban heavyweights over the years, from Jorge Luis Gonzalez, and these days you got Odlanier Solis, and obviously Mike Perez himself. These guys can't stay in shape. And in the second half of the fight, he simply allowed Bryant Jennings to outwork him. Nothing Jennings was doing early in the fight was working for him. His jab wasn't working because of the southpaw stance of Perez. He couldn't get the angle to land his jab, so he wasn't able to utilize his reach advantage. And his right hand is too underdeveloped. He doesn't throw that right hand well enough from long range yet. That's something he has to work on. If he was able to utilize the right hand and throw it, get his balance correct, and throw that right hand as a straight shot from long range to the head, he may have had a lot more success early on in this fight if he was able to throw that shot. But he tends to throw the right hand as kind of a hook or an uppercut up close, rather than getting full extension on it. It's only with his jab that he's able to do stuff at long range. And like I just said, against Perez, that was negated by the southpaw stance. So yeah, Jennings won just because he was the fitter guy. He was physically fitter, he was in better condition, and he outworked Mike Perez down the stretch. Now, Adam Booth apparently after the fight was angry because Mike Perez got a point deducted in the final round, I believe for a late punch or a headbutt or something like that, punching on the break. And had he not had that point deducted, the fight would have been a draw, a majority decision draw. So Adam Booth is particularly upset about that. But to be honest with you, I can't, and well, the reason why he's upset is because apparently there wasn't a warning beforehand for the indiscretion. The referee just stepped in and took a point straight away. I don't think Adam Booth has got any grounds to complain, because Mike Perez was allowed to get away with a hell of a lot of holding and pushing down, which he did receive a warning for, I believe, at one point, but he was never deducted a point for all the pushing down he was doing and the constant holding. And again, a certain amount of clinching is allowed in boxing, but when it's incessant, when it's constant, when it's happening all the time, when it's excessive, you need to get points deducted, you need to get warnings, etc., etc. And the referee was very lenient when it came to Mike Perez's holding and pushing down and all that, because he was literally throwing one punch and holding, one punch and holding. So referee was very lenient. I don't think Adam Booth can really complain too much. He was lucky that Mike Perez didn't get more points deducted. That's the point I'm making. So yeah, Jennings, not really the better fighter than Mike Perez, but he outworked him down the stretch and won a decision, and he goes on from here. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you felt about the fight. How did you score it? Where do you see both fighters going forward? I think Mike Perez can be a tremendous addition to the heavyweight division if he can get himself in shape. But it seems that he can't. So drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. This is Hatman. I'm out.